I'm Stephen Town. I'm Director of Information and University Librarian at the University of York, and it's my privilege and great pleasure to welcome you all to the university today. I think we've got a very interesting day in prospect, and it's good to see so many people who are interested in coming to hear about Alma. It says 1 year on. No disrespect, but it seems like longer, if I'm not stealing anybody's joke. It's my job just to give you a bit of welcome and introduction and a bit of context about the university today, and just to make a few remarks about how I see Alma from my perspective. Chris Elwood will then talk about building the business case, and Sarah Thompson about managing the project and some of the cultural changes associated with that. Then we move into some of our perhaps more technical staff giving you an overview of how Alma works at York. Lunch will be at 12:30. All of this morning is in this building, but this afternoon we move to other places, and you have the normal university complex room numbering system on your programs, but there will be people around to help get you to the right place. The breakout sessions are spread around, and final close about 4 o'clock. Just a few words about the University of York to give you the context. University of York is a relatively new university, founded in 1963, so we've just celebrated our 50th year. Of course, we don't believe in league tables at York, but if we did, we would tell you we're roughly kind of top 12, 10 to 15 in the UK by the kind of newspaper standards. We were 8th in the last research assessment exercise, and we're waiting to see the outcome of the REF, of course, like other people. We're exactly 100 in the world. We're now part of the Russell Group, but we're also part of other partnerships that are important to us, not just in a university context, but in a library context, so White Rose particularly. We're not huge by UK standards, probably small to medium size. We're an interesting university because we operate to a flat structure, so 30 departments. We don't have faculties or schools yet, although we do have a new Vice-Chancellor, and there are propositions perhaps to alter that. But we have the normal range of subjects, perhaps without heavy engineering end. We've doubled the size of our campus in recent years, which has allowed us to grow. Our student numbers have gone up by about 50% in the last 5 or 6 years. York's always had a collegiate structure. It's always worked in a very inclusive way, and one of the challenges for the university is to keep that the good things that go with being small when you grow to larger size. So the library, again, not sure how useful these metrics are, but we have over 1 million items in the traditional library. We have around probably 120 staff now. We do have extensive archives, which are not really included in those figures. We have developing digital library experience. We had a big refurbishment, as many universities have done, between 2010 and 2012. So when you go into the libraries, you will see, hopefully, modern, up-to-date facilities. We achieved Customer Service Excellence Award this year, and we are part of what some people might call a converged directorate. So as Director of Information, I run IT, library, and it is interesting having the responsibility for all the information systems in the university. That's an important element of perhaps of thinking about Alma within that, and also for information strategy. We are now an RL UK member, and that certainly, I think, made us think about ourselves in a different way. When we were in the 94 group, we occupied a certain position well to the top of that group. When you go into RL UK, you're in amongst the very big people, and I think that gives you a change of perception, which others may talk about. Despite being fairly young, we do have some special collections. And I only put this slide in because one of the things that systems need to do is to leverage the full benefit of those special collections. So we have a lot of work going on in terms of making sure we can get those things known about and experienced by people in the digital environment. So a lot of projects going on that side, and also helping other people to leverage their catalogues into the kind of worldwide framework of special collections. Another thing that's perhaps distinctive, we're very keen on high performance here, but that performance has to relate back to our values, and I think that's something that perhaps others will talk about when we get to the cultural elements. So when we thought about Alma and developing our systems, these are the kind of comments that users made in our LibQual survey back in 2011. And I guess many of you will have similar comments from your people. What users expect to see is a simple landscape, ability to get to the stuff quickly and easily. And because we believe in excellence, we are strongly driven by what our users say. So just to finish off, I'm going to say something about my strategic expectations of really any system, but perhaps related to Alma. First of all, excellence. One of the motivations for our systems, like everything else, is that they need to be of international rank. We expect to be using things that are used by leading libraries worldwide, and we expect the elements of that to be benchmarkable against the best in the world. Some of that means functional excellence, and other people can talk about what that means, but it's important that our systems are serious, beneficial capital assets rather than the opposite. And of course, because of our approach to procurement and other things, we're keen on partnership and we're keen on shared service approaches, so those things are important too. But you don't get good by chance, you get it by careful and thoughtful ways of improving and developing. So development method is important to us within the University of York. And other people will talk about technical standards, but we expect all of our projects to run according to things like management of successful programs, Prince2 approaches, or other project methodologies. We expect to work with partners in an integrated project team, and we expect to be part of a community approach because we do see ourselves part of that wider community of universities and libraries. Strategic fit is something we talked about, and Chris will talk more about this, but the key element of strategic fit is that our systems need to meet university need, and not just need now, but need in the future. So all those important things that research libraries will need to do down the line, research data management, open access, all those other things are very important to us. We need to be able to integrate our systems into the rest of our best of breed stable. And if you're interested, you can look at our information strategy and our IT strategy and see that our library system has to contribute to effective information flow, and it has to be a technical fit and meet our strategic IT choices too. And finally, what I'm looking for from a system is its ability to support performance through effective data. Any system has to deliver us big, or at least medium-sized data, in order to correlate that with other data to show that the library is making value and impact. And I guess others will talk a bit more about that. So thanks for listening to me. Welcome to York again. I'm going to pass over to Chris now. But great to see you all here, and I hope you have a really interesting day. Thank you.